Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and welcome back to another one. And behind me today we have the 2020 Ford Mustang. This is the 2.3 litre Eco-boost version. But before we get into it, I just want to do a shout out to Booth's Ford at West Gosford, who were nice enough to lend me this vehicle today to have a look at. Alright, so I've done a couple of V8 Mustangs on my channel if you scroll back a bit. So I thought I'd have a look at the 4-cylinder one. I was able to find this one. So there's not a huge amount of changes between the V8 and the Eco-boost engine. Obviously you got a slightly different grille there, the Mustang badge there as well, but very much the same as the 8. Alright, so what do you guys reckon? Alright, so the wheels the Mustang runs are 19-inch wheels, and they wrapped in Pirelli P0 tyres that do a really good job of not only holding the road but keep the noise down on the road as well. It actually looks like there's wider tyres at the back, but they are the same size front and back. Right, so we come around to the back. It's pretty similar as well. You've got the Mustang badge in the middle there. You've got these nice LED lights here as well, and you've got this nice new addition. It's a little rear spoiler here. I think it looks quite it sort of suits the car quite nicely. And then you've got your quad exhaust down the bottom there, and diffuser as well, and there's your reverse light and stuff there too. So alright, so yeah, not too bad. Alright guys, let's go and check out what's inside. Alright guys, gonna have a look inside the Mustang. So you've got these it's not hard, it's sort of got a softish touch to it, which is nice, and you've got the nice leather piece there as well, along with the white stitching, which is quite nice. And you've got your window and mirror switches there, door locks there, and you've got some nice chrome trim pieces around the door and a little bit of pocket space. So if we have a look in here, you've got a nice Mustang badge there. That's pretty cool, eh? And it lights up as well, so that's pretty awesome. You got full leather seats there and power as well. I still have these seats in here. Hopefully you can have an option to get rid of them. Alright, let's jump in and have a look. Alright, check that out. That's cool, comes up like that. Alright, so over here we have your headlight and fog light controls, and then we'll move on to this nice old school steering wheel. Check it out, it's pretty cool, eh? Not bad. So you do have your volume and cruise control buttons on this side, and you've got your menu buttons, voice control, and some other bits and pieces, phone and navigation there too, and music. So yeah, it's not too bad. Now we'll go through a couple of things with the dash, and before we do, you can see they've got paddle shifters left and right there, which is pretty cool. You've got the indicator there, your lane departure warning as well. You can put that on if you wish. Your wipers are on this side and they go up, which is normal for Ford now. All right, so with the I wanted to show you a couple of things actually. You've got exhaust mode on this one as well, not just in the V8. You can do quiet, you can do normal, sport, or racetrack mode, or quiet start when you do start it, if you live in a quiet street and you don't want to wake up your neighbors or your partner or anything like that. So some pretty cool things you can do with that as well. Cluster appearance, You can have normal, we'll just go to that one. You can actually have Sport Plus. You can have racetrack. Right, so let me show you what I mean by changing the clusters. Alright, so let's just go to cluster appearance, change with drive mode. Alright, so let me just show you. We'll go back to normal. So this is normal. It's pretty cool how you can change it to either what you like, or you can change it to different things. You've got Sport Plus, which changes it again. And then you go into racetrack mode, which again changes it. It says for racetrack use only, which we won't use it today, but pretty cool though. Or you got a drag strip mode as well. It just changes different things within the engine and gearbox. So we'll just sit back on normal for now. So yeah, so we'll come around here. So we've got the Ford Sync 3. Now it's pretty sort of easy to use there. You've got, obviously it's touchscreen, you've got audio, you've got climate control there as well, and it's a touch screen, or you can adjust it further down. Your phone, navigation, again not too bad. The Ford navigation, you've got mobile apps. It does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well, and you've got settings for various things as well. So and then further down you do have some buttons down here as well for the navigation as well, sorry, for the audio or navigation, so you can have a screen up like that if you wish. So further down here you got your air conditioning controls. Add to that something that wasn't in the last one was cooling or heated seats. Now I'm just going to pop those on for a minute, and we'll have a look at that. But you've got basic controls there. Further down here you have your engine start stop, you have your hazard light switch, you have your traction control switch. You've actually got a steering wheel, if you can see there. And if you have a look here, you could have normal steering, sport steering, or comfort steering. We'll have a look at those when we go out in the road. And then you've got the mode buttons, which I showed you before, which you've got the normal, Sport Plus, the racetrack, and the drag strip mode. So it's pretty cool. Oh, the cooling seats are really nice actually, so very nice. So further down you do have a cigarette lighter there, and if you can have a look, you do have a USB slot under there as well, which it's pretty cool. On this gear stick, again, old school gear stick, I really love it. You go into reverse. Now if we have a look, the lines do actually move, so there you go, so not too bad. And then you've got your traditional handbrake, but again, it's on the left hand side. I mean, come on Ford, like, you're selling these, you've been selling the Mustang for a while. Be nice to see them on the right hand side. And then we've got cup holders, and that's an ashtray there. You've got the key there with the Mustang symbol on it there. Again, pretty cool. If we open this up, we do have a little bit of pocket space. My phone just fits in there. You've got little bits and pieces there as well, USB and a 12 volt there, and some bits, things to hold stuff in, money, whatnot. So yeah, and I like things like this. See the 2.3 litre and the chassis number as well, high performance. So again, pretty cool. So the back, again, these seats, I won't get in the back because obviously there's not a lot of foot room, the leg room, as you can see. So yeah, it is a little bit tight for me. If you can see that I'm 6'1" or 185 centimeters, and you can see I've got a little bit of headroom there, but it's very limited, so as the performance cars are. But I still like it. It's still got enough room for me in it, so yeah, not bad at all. All right, let's jump out and have a look in the boot and see how big the boot is. can see it's got the reverse camera there too. So. Alright, so the very limited boot space of the Mustang, I mean obviously it's designed for a performance car. It's got a nice subwoofer there, it's pretty cool. Obviously there is a little bit of room, you get probably some golf clubs in there. If we have a look under here, there is a space saver, 18-inch space saver in there, so it does the job. I would have thought they might have been able to put in a bigger one, but obviously the wheel well won't do that, so we'll fit it. Alright guys, let's go and check out what's under the bonnet. Alright guys, let's give a look at the Eco-boost engine. So the Eco-boost engine is a 2.3 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, and it produces 236 kilowatts of power and 448 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Alright guys, let's go for a drive and see how it goes. Alright guys, gonna go for a drive in the Eco-boost Mustang. That's what I'm interested in. Now the V8 one goes really well, but very interested in how this one goes. So we'll go for a little bit of a drive and see how it feels. Alright, so first thing is the seats. Seats are very much like in this very sporty and yeah, very nice. Feel really like they hold you in, which is really good. Alright, so I'm just going to see how it goes. So vision out the front is really good. Vision out the back is, you know, good for a coupe, a little two-door coupe. Vision out the sides is really good, and the mirrors do an alright job. Again, they do have that curved piece on the corner there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you get used to it, sort of thing. So yeah, so it's not too bad. So the yeah, I mean, you can see I'm 6'1" or 185 centimeters roughly, and it's nice. I fit in it, no worries. I've still got enough headroom there, so it's yeah, it feels okay. So it's very quiet in here. Sounds good. I mean, look, I love the V8, and I don't think that this one sounds, yeah, it's quite punchy sort of thing as well. It's like they've put the V8 sound clip on the 2.3, because it sort of sounds a bit like a V8. So yeah, definitely quite nice actually, to be honest. So when you've finished, like, you know, being, you know, driving it and having a good time and having fun with it, it drives around we're just going to go into normal mode, where it's quiet and peaceful, and I'll just turn the exhaust onto normal, and now it's on normal mode. We're just driving around like a normal car, just cruising at 60. As you can hear, not a huge amount of road noise. yeah, and it just, when you gear it down, just normal. I mean, it's got the 10-speed box in it, so it cruises along with good fuel consumption. And it's nice, so you can drive it around like a normal car, or you can have a bit of fun with it and you know, put it on the sport mode or the exhaust mode if you want. I think that sounds a bit nicer, to be honest. Just sort of got that nicer sound to it. So yeah, I'm always a bit of a performance sort of person. So for me, it's sort of goes a bit nicer. Yeah. So yes, it drives really nice. It handles good too. The steering is really good, and you can have comfort and sport steering. So let's just go to sports. Oh yeah, it's sort of, you can feel we'll go to comfort. Oh yeah, the comfort feels a bit nice to sort of drive around in. So it's got some nice little creature comforts in it. It sounds really good, and it goes really well. Other than little things like the handbrake on the left, and but it's got some pretty old school sort of stuff on it. So yeah, the steering wheel, the gear selector, so yeah, not bad. So I like it, guys. It's if you go back to normal exhaust mode and we're in normal mode, it yeah, it changes the dynamics of the car when you're in normal mode compared to sort of sport mode. And the gear changes are pretty reasonably quick too, to be honest. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's an awesome car, and they've added a few little safety features too, with the lane departure warning and autonomous emergency braking, things like that as well. So it does sort of, yeah, it does feel a lot better as well on the road. The suspension feels really good. So yeah, like I said, you can change the steering dynamics if you wish. But even on normal mode, yeah, it does feel nice in here. So yeah, guys, look, not too bad at all. Yeah, it seems to drive really nice. I'm pretty happy with the 2.3 over the V8. Actually, I will say the 2.3 might even be a little bit quicker. It feel a little bit quicker anyway. And that soundtrack from that exhaust, I don't know what they've done. They must have put like the V8 sound into the into the exhaust, because I'm telling you that, yeah, that did sound very sort of like very sporty, and yeah, so, but yeah, along with the Sync 3, and you get the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So yeah, guys, it's not too bad. I'd go and have a look at one. If you haven't driven a Ford Mustang Eco-boost, go and have a look at one, because they actually really nice. They seem to hold the road really nice. They sound really good, and you don't need to spend more money on the V8 to get some get the noise, you know what I mean? It's not a V8 noise obviously, but it's still pretty close, I reckon. So yeah, very nice, guys. I'm pretty impressed with it, you know. Yeah, I really like this one, and I'd have one of these there, because they're really nice. Alright, guys, well, thank you for that, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Alright, thanks, guys.